Saurabh, Kingshuk, another episode of Sledging Room. You know, when you have too many options, they call it a problem of plenty, right?
Okay.
Likewise, there's a Pakistan series going on, there's a Women's T20 World Cup going on, there's a young Indian side is playing against Bangladesh, and people are making issues out of non-issues as well. Uh, Dragging people unwantedly into conversations that have been unwantedly, brought up. So we thought we'll also do that a bit. Make issues out of non-issues today in the Sledging Room.
Why are you wearing a blue shirt?
Yeah, that's something on a day
Because he supports Team India.
Team India. You probably, but the point is, the point is, why drag Sunil Gavaskar into that Gautam Gambhir into that conversation? What has Gautam Gambhir done? Did he claim that probably I was the reason behind India winning the Kanpur test? Poor man didn't even attend a post-match press conference. Didn't even give a customary interview to the broadcasters. Lost the first series, ODI series in Sri Lanka. Fought back. India played good cricket. So is it fair to say that, okay, Gautam Gambhir doesn't deserve credit at all? I respect Sunil Gavaskar a lot, as in we have all grown up, idolizing him. His statements on the field, his knowledge of the game when he speaks about the game, his passion for Test cricket. But this was uncalled for, is what I thought about. I seriously felt when I saw the headline, I was like, why?
So yesterday, this column of his.
Yeah.
And I did not read his column. When we did a story, and I read a web push. I read an app push where something called Sunil Gavaskar, Gautam Gambhir and bootlegging was linked. I was like, what happened? How did this controversy come to fore? And then I went and read the whole column. I agree with you absolutely. It was uncalled for because Sunil Gavaskar, he's a legend of the game. He has done so much for the game. As a cricketer, he is the epitome of run scoring. Especially he is the first batter to score 10,000. He has done so many good things. And these columns, I think ex-cricketers like Sunil Gavaskar, they should avoid these kind of columns. Because I have huge respect for him. But you should not come out and say these things for a person who also served Indian cricket, who is currently the coach of national cricket team. And his team is winning.
Yeah.
He's won a test series, won the first T20. So I don't think you should have done it. But it's okay. You are living in India. It's a democracy.
To be fair,
you can come and say whatever you say. Because our current coach Gautam Gambhir also, he always had that agenda where he used to come. एक छक्के ने World Cup नहीं जिताया. So when
सच बोला यार, उसमें क्या गलती था?
So then
you MS Dhoni fans na?
No, people can come and argue that Gavaskar was also right because Rohit Sharma is the man who is leading from the front. So I'm not saying this, but a lot of people can come out and say that no, Gautam Gambhir does not deserve the credit. And why this is happening is because, and Gavaskar is someone who is not. It's not just he's speaking against Gambhir. He's always spoken against this culture. He has spoken against Virat Kohli. Because you see, Star Sports has a different love for Virat Kohli. Now I'm seeing the same thing getting repeated on Jio Cinema, that they have taken one interview of Gautam Gambhir and one interview of Rohit Sharma. And every test match, every day, post-lunch show, post-tea session, post-stump session, they are playing the same interview. So maybe even I got irritated. You also got irritated. So maybe Sunil Gavaskar got irritated by that interview. You never know.
It is not Gavaskar's fault.
Gavaskar, to be fair, Gavaskar did not criticize Gautam Gambhir.
Yeah.
He criticized people who were hyping up Gautam Gambhir, saying that he is just 2 tests old. How can he influence a style of cricket that India probably have been playing for the last, say, 5 years? We also shared that thought when England came up with this baseball term, which Saurabh loved when they first played that way. And when we pointed out that probably Rishabh Pant had played that way.
Okay, you pointed it out. Fine.
So Rishabh Pant had played that way. Virender Sehwag had played that way. Sir Vivian Richards had played that way.
Yeah.
Saurabh was taken aback. But that is probably what Gavaskar is saying. He's saying that people are even lazy to term it something like gamball. Go for something different. He's like, baseball is okay. They have termed it based on their coach. And he made a point at the end of the column saying that India's head coach probably didn't even play test cricket that way. Whereas Brendan McCullum played Test cricket the way he is coaching. He wants it to be played by his wards as a coach. That was probably the only statement where he went personal against Gautam Gambhir.
And I don't agree with that statement at all. Because if you look at those statements, so when Sunil Gavaskar, I am not against Sunil Gavaskar.
Yeah.
And I'm not trying to demean him, but I'm asking just one question. So when he used to play, they were batter who used to bat at the strike rate of 25-30 in Test cricket especially. Gavaskar himself, he has that infamous knock in a World Cup game where he has batted with very poor strike rate. Okay, part and parcel of the game, you're a cricketer, you are bound to fail and succeed. That's okay. But now when Gavaskar comes and says that Virat Kohli can't play the anchor's role in T20 cricket, he should attack.
Yeah.
So does that mean that because you have not played this kind of cricket, you can't come and question this?
Yeah.
So this is not how it works. Gambhir played in a different era.
Yeah.
And he did his job, what he was asked to. As an opener, he has done his job.
Yeah.
He has won a World Cup, he has done his job.
2 World Cups.
Yeah, 2 World Cups.
Yeah.
So I don't agree with this assessment of Sunil Gavaskar.
Our man has been,
I've been kept quiet.
yeah.
You've been waiting.
probably waiting as a
You
number 3 batter.
gibber jabbering like Sunil Gavaskar on air.
Okay.
Nonsense.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
No,
Like,
Gavaskar-
when Kingston puts these disclaimers,
Yes.
I'm just giving a disclaimer to our listeners and viewers
Yeah.
that don't expect any sense from Kingston.
Yeah.
It'll be
He's already,
gibberish.
he's already mentioned
If
it.
Yeah.
people should not expect sense from Gavaskar, why should they expect sense from me?
Go ahead. Yeah.
No, Gavaskar is 80 years
They
old.
don't waste people's time. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. Sunil bhai,
Yeah.
if you are hearing.
Yeah.
Gavaskar is 80 years old.
Hmm.
He wanted to go to Twitter and search something. And he asked for somebody's help. क्या करेगा बुड्ढा आदमी 80 साल का? And somebody filtered it via Gambhir. Since then, he's been only seeing Gambhir tweets. So his brain went into a frenzy. What the hell is this? Why are people creating Gambhir?
Okay. Was that a joke?
That is a joke.
Okay.
I hope not. So,
Yeah. Go ahead.
but essentially, essentially that's what. But you cannot ignore that it underscores a battle between these two factions of Indian cricket as we know it, that Bombay lobby and Delhi lobby and whatnot.
Oh.
Because
Where is
If-
this theory coming from?
because
Okay,
no,
from
because
associate.
if that
Yeah.
is not, there is no harm in people praising Gambhir and saying that just 2 tests and he has played a brand of cricket that we have not seen ever in Indian test lineup. That is the truth or not?
Yeah. Okay.
So a kind of cricket has been played, be it for 1 test match or for 30 test matches, right? You can praise or not praise Gambhir depending on where your allegiances lie. But to call that foot licking or boot licking after just 1 test match is a little too much. It could have been avoided. That's what I'm
Probably,
saying, that you cannot
my-
discard the undercurrent between that battle.
No,
is what my point is.
My question is, there was nothing wrong in Sunil Gavaskar crediting Rohit Sharma for the way India played. We all probably will agree that since the 2023 World Cup,
Yeah.
India have been playing fearless cricket across all formats. ODI World Cup,
Across all formats.
across all formats.
What happened in the first test against England? Hyderabad?
As an
There are
exception.
games that
No,
that you
I'm
fail.
not saying
I'm
you
just
go
asking
and play at 8 in
No,
every
there
test
are
match.
games
No,
that you
what
fail,
I'm
and
trying
even in
to point
that
out
game.
is-
Are you saying
What
that
I'm
India
trying to-
have not played
Yes.
this way under
India
Rohit
have-
Sharma's captaincy?
India have played test cricket under Rohit Sharma's captaincy when they have an opponent like Bangladesh. Did they play like this when they went to South Africa?
Conditions
No,
determine, right?
no. What I'm not blaming Rohit Sharma. What I'm trying to point out is, so Sunil Gavaskar will not come and question people worshipping Rohit Sharma's captaincy. Say, oh, Rohit Sharma has done so much and he has created his own legacy. What has he done is, he has won a test series against England. And that also, as you both know, that in a lot of test matches, there were matches going to day 4, day 5. Then he has won a test series against Bangladesh.
Yeah.
Fine. He has done a fine job.
Saurabh is
No.
steering this conversation towards another.
No,
No,
I'm-
actually, see, that is the point that
Okay,
I'm
No,
also
I'm
let me
mentioning.
put this question,
no,
Saurabh.
I'm just
Since you are saying this,
I'm
yeah.
not blaming anyone. I'm just asking Sunil Gavaskar that if you did not call out people who are worshipping Rohit Sharma after just couple of test wins, why are you questioning people who are worshipping Gautam Gambhir?
No,
And
he won
questioning
the
in a
T20
certain
World
manner.
Cup. He won the T20 World Cup for you with that attitude only.
No, it's about test cricket. It's about test cricket.
That is where it has progressed to, right? When you had 1.5 days to win a test match,
I will-
you went for it.
I will go and
Yeah.
write 3,000 words of praise for
But hold
Rohit
on, hold
Sharma's Test captaincy legacy if he does this in Australia.
Hold on. So people who
basically-
are, wait a minute. People who are praising Rohit Sharma that first ball 6, second ball 6. I remember Gavaskar and Manjrekar categorically slamming people who could not convert starts. I did not hear anything from them this time when Rohit Sharma got out for
This
23.
was 1.5 days. You don't have
No,
to wait.
I agree. No. I am not saying that like Rohit Sharma did not do a good thing. I think he did a great thing. I am only saying it in respect to what Gavaskar made the point on Gambhir's fans.
What I'm saying is,
I have
Gavaskar
seen,
was a little irked
No,
by the way
I have
Gambhir
seen,
was-
what?
I have seen his double standard from Gavaskar.
Yeah.
So when Virat Kohli gets over 38, oh my God, he's again not scoring 50s.
Exactly.
Where is
Shubman
form
Gill.
gone to? Okay.
Shubman Gill.
Okay. The moment Rohit Sharma goes out for 12 in a IPL game, it happens. He's trying to do
It's
it
an
for
approach.
the team. It's an approach.
Probably that's the truth.
Why have you this double standard?
Probably that's the truth.
If you actually claim to be an Indian cricket supporter or well-wisher, then behave like that.
Saurabh, I'm asking both of you, are we steering this conversation towards what Rohit has done to the
No,
test
no,
team
no.
versus what Virat has done to the test
It
team?
is not. I'm saying that my only problem is I don't have
Okay,
any
simple
qualms.
question.
Yeah.
For the way India is playing its international cricket now, do we credit Rohit Sharma for it or not?
Yes, we do.
Definitely we do. But my question is, if you don't come out and again I'm saying this, if you don't come out and question the supporters of Rohit, why do you question the supporters of Gambhir?
And also, one of the things is that then if that is the question that you're asking, then I can also, let's assume that I'm a Gambhir fan, which I'm not. I
yeah.
don't like Gambhir at all.
Yeah.
So I can also say that, okay, Gambhir has played aggressive cricket for LSG. He tried to make it a brand. He came and had a very aggressive approach in KKR. And under his coaching, under his tenure, India have done this in the test match. Yeah. Why do we not credit him? If you are crediting, you're crediting the Indian team. If you're not crediting, you're not crediting anyone. The point is, why do you need to write an agenda-filled column that kind of activates one of the
At the end of the day, the truth is,
it has been common with all these ex-Mumbai cricketers. We beat a guy like Sanjay Manjrekar or beat a legend like Sunil Gavaskar. They all have their agenda. At the end of the day, this is truth. And I'm not pointing out anyone, but this is what has happened.
You already pointed out two.
Why? Because when a Delhi cricketer does this, what is wrong with these people? When a Mumbai cricketer does, oh my God, what a player. Come on, stop your double standard.
And that is why
Rana's
it's called
criticism
fan
of
basis
that
in
flying
the
horse.
first place.
So you come out and slam Harshit Rana for one celebration. Why will you do that?
But the problem is, none of them talked about taking credit for anything.
And yes,
this-
exactly.
Like
when
the purpose of this column,
Yeah.
probably when you're such a legend of the game, your column should promote healthy discussions. Your
Yeah.
proper column, in that way, I have a lot of respect for the way Sanjay Manjrekar writes his columns. He backs it up with data.
Yeah.
He backs up his opinion. Everybody has
Sanjay
his
Manjrekar
opinions.
is a sensational analyst.
Everybody has their opinions.
Yeah.
So, but it, like he pointed out, you could have argued that Gambhir did that in KKR. Now we are
Yes.
saying that probably.
No, Gavaskar has this agenda because as you
Yeah.
pointed out, Harshit Rana.
Yeah.
One match, he was banned and Gavaskar was slamming him right and left. Then this South African pacer who was playing for the MI, Giral Coetzee, every wicket he used to celebrate like he has won the World Cup.
Yeah.
And a
Sunil
pacer
Gavaskar is like,
celebrates,
what a
yeah.
player, what a player. Come on, man, stop this bootlicking, Gavaskar. What are you doing?
Yeah.
Oh.
That is what was happening.
Yeah.
So
As in,
don't do this.
it's just a little bit of that was an unnecessary column in my opinion.
No, he always does it. It's not new. He used to do
It
that
is
against.
it is a very Chappell-esque column. What we associate
Absolutely
Chappell
not.
That
brothers
would be
with.
too much.
No, absolutely not. This was probably, I don't know, as in like we are also making a issue out of a non-issue, but
We are.
it came across
and,
as
and we did say it in the first line of the podcast.
but it came across as extremely unnecessary when a new partnership is being formed between Gambhir and Rohit. And no one took credit for anyone. Rohit did not come and say, okay, we played it because I played this way. Then some of us even we wrote an article saying whether India could have done this under Rahul Dravid's era. It is not to say that Rahul Dravid was not an aggressive coach. He kind of gave role clarity and that freedom to play the way India played in the T20 World Cup. It's not just Rohit Sharma. Probably Dravid's role was as important as anyone else's, right? And just because Dravid played his cricket in an orthodox way, it doesn't mean that he was not aggressive. Even defending a 150-kilometer thunderbolt from Shoaib Akhtar is aggression, right?
Not really.
Oh. Okay.
It is.
What?
It is.
Yeah.
No.
King Shuk,
Silencing someone-
thankfully, you're nowhere near the cricket field. You're sitting in these desks and doing armchair journalism. That's where
Tomorrow.
you should stay.
Tomorrow.
150 kilometer from Shoaib Akhtar, dead bat is not aggression.
It's not aggression at all.
Yeah. Okay, moving on. So
Yeah. Let's move on.
Another non-issue that can be made into an
No, it's
issue.
not non-issue.
This is not a non-issue.
Yeah.
Which one?
A lot of people have spoken about this on social media over the last few days. A little bit disappointing the way India women have started their T20 World Cup campaign. Let's not mince words here.
Yes.
It
It's
is an
not like-
absolute non-issue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you, people, have your opinions.
Yeah.
But I'm saying when India had the chance to, actually push for a better net run rate against Pakistan in their second game, for more in context, India lost their opening game against New Zealand in the Women's T20 World
Your
Cup.
brush
badly.
aside.
Yeah, they
Badly
were
lost it.
Around 59-58 runs was the margin of defeat, and that kind of hurt the net run rate by a big extent. And in this format and in this group where India are yet to face Sri Lanka and Australia, qualifying for the semi-final might become an issue. So some people had questioned this, saying what was the approach against Pakistan? Probably not in as many words, probably in some condescending
I
terms.
have got text messages from my friends group
Yeah.
my friends group that
Yeah.
this is unwatchable. What the hell's going on?
Yeah. So is it not right to, probably question this team? Even the women's cricket team themselves said that criticism is something that we are okay with. But what I am saying is it's been a little disappointing to see this Indian cricket team do this after all the hype around this. They themselves said that probably we want to do it we want to end that ICC drought. The men's team have won it. So we are now planning to do it. But they have probably played cricket that is far from how the men's team played in the T20 World Cup. Is it a right assessment?
I will not compare it with the men's team.
Yeah.
Because they have their own different journeys. But what has disappointed me is that you, as a national cricket team, when you were playing the Asia Cup, barring that final where you're off color and Sri Lanka rolled your side and you ended up as the runner-up, you played fantastic cricket. And even when they lost the Asia Cup, we were happy that yes, this team is ready to face the best of the world in the next 3-4 months. It happened in June, July.
Yeah.
Now, when you see them facing the world's best, so New Zealand, a team which had not won 10 of its last game, comes and rolls your side. How is that acceptable? Your bowlers are creating chances. Your keeper is not picking up ball. She can't make stumpings. Apart from one good catch in that Pakistan game, she has been absolutely disappointed. Richa Ghosh, I'm talking about. Your fielders.
Asha Shobana.
Asha
missed
Shobana.
two easy chances.
I mean, 3 catches has been missed by that woman.
Yeah.
And as an Indian national cricket team player, you are not expected to drop those catches. Those were sitters. Your batsman, it looks like there is no plan. So in the first game, you see the captain batting at number 3 and Jemimah coming and batting at number 4. In the next game, you see Jemimah coming back at number 3. So where is the plan? What is the coaching staff doing? Amol Majumdar, Harmanpreet, Vivesh Lakshman, they gave so many good statements when the team was leaving for the T20 World Cup.
Yeah.
Why is it not reflecting in the performance? That is my simple question. Because you are one of the best teams. Now you are playing WPL. So now you are actually going shoulder to shoulder against world's best top talents and legends. You are playing under them, against them.
Yeah.
Now if you can't use that experience and perform well in an ICC tournament, when will you do that? My simple question.
My problem was not even, when you play the first match of a tournament.
And it is not, I'll tell you one more thing. Okay, in the first game, you lost badly. I understand New Zealand played phenomenal cricket. They have
and it
the
happens
World
the
Cup.
first game of
It
the
happens.
tournament, you
But,
get time to use to the conditions.
Nothing against Pakistan. You should have brushed Pakistan aside.
Yeah.
And you bowled well in patches, then you missed catches, and then your batting was absolutely horrific.
Yeah.
There was no intent to say. And Smriti Mandhana came out. So Harmanpreet got injured for no good for the Indian team while she was batting. Then Smriti Mandhana comes out as acting captain in the post-match presentation ceremony. And when she is asked what happened and why did you know, no, probably that was not our aim. We just wanted to win. Okay, so you were not even confident of beating Pakistan. You thought that Pakistan might beat you, so you took the safer route.
That's
like
my problem.
King Shuk always says that in Indian cricket, we always take the safer route. Always.
And that is the point. Why I think that it is a non-issue is that I think after they lost the New Zealand game, which they hoped that they would not, they completely got spooked. Now you will be playing 4 games in this tournament
In the group section.
in the group stage, and there is time to make up for that run rate. I think so. I think not only did they get spooked, the pitches and the conditions aren't helping our batters at all. Where both our openers, Mandana and Shafali, like to have pace on the ball.
Okay.
Here they have to go seeking, right?
Okay.
In a day game, batting in the second innings, I think the pitch slowed down considerably. Plus, they did not have their type of pitch. Plus, they got spooked. Plus, there was pressure that we have to get
my
points on the
simple
board.
point is-
That
my
is why I think that there is enough time to achieve that NRR.
Now,
Tell
now,
me
no.
something.
Let
Tell me
me
something.
ask one question. So, I agree with whatever you said, but my question to this women's team and you is, Mandana made her debut in 2014, 2015. It's like 11 years, 10 years of her playing international cricket. Shefali Verma is one of the best young talent. She is close to become the youngest to score 2000 women's T20I runs.
And उसको भी काफी time हो गया.
ठीक है. So, you are experienced players. You are not young buds. Now, if you have to, if you want to win the World Cup, you will get pitches where you are not acclimatized to. You will get conditions where you don't know what to do. But then you have to use your experience and put it into that first day.
Yeah.
This Indian men's cricket team, I am not comparing it. What happened at New York leg?
Yeah.
Were the pitch supporting the batters? No.
Yeah.
But you knew that you have a plan and you will do it. You knew how to win matches.
Sometimes you have the luxury of knowing where your semi-final is.
Yes.
Probably that is not
No,
there.
but still you had. I'm talking about New York leg.
No, so one
course.
of the things,
Those-
Saurav, that
Yeah,
we
joke.
do have to talk about
Yeah.
is that it's actually a great comparison that
Yeah.
the New York pitch, because India did not play in New York before, and this women's team has not played in UAE before.
No, the New York pitch.
Death trap.
There was uncertainty surrounding it because no international match was played.
That is what I'm saying. Nobody
Your
had played there before.
UAE, there is plenty of analytics. You have a great analytics team.
You
with
have
the
analytics,
team.
but you haven't played there, right?
So you can
Khelna to
expect
padega.
things. That's what I'm saying.
Khelna
You
to
can
padega.
expect these things.
What were you doing in the training camp?
Absolutely.
2
And
week long preparatory
To
camp.
be frank, where is the time for you to boost your net run rate? Everybody, the entire world was saying
No. So-
Pakistan was the best opportunity to boost your
So-
net
Yeah,
run
yeah.
rate. You're going to play against Sri Lanka. You never know what Chamari will do.
Exactly.
Chamari goes wild, you're out of the tournament.
Yeah.
Against Australia, of course, India can compete with Australia. India can beat Australia. But do you think India can beat Australia by 50 runs or chase
And
down
then
a
you-
target in 30
and then
overs?
you are
That is
playing-
what I'm saying.
Then
That-
you are playing
that-
Australia in Sharjah.
Exactly.
It's a more difficult pitch. What it comes out.
That is what I'm saying. That this
No,
I
your
remember the
argument
2021
of,
World
okay,
Cup.
I know that, I was spooked by the defeat against New Zealand. Then you don't deserve to win the World Cup. If you
That is
want to
what
go
happens.
for it,
That is what happens. So
if you want to go for it, it was
we
obvious
are
that you had to push against Pakistan.
No, what we are analyzing is that what happened, right? We're not deciding that if our team deserves to win or not. Absolutely. If you get spooked by a loss and then your NRR drops in a group that you know that NRR will come to the count,
Yes.
then obviously you don't you can't win it, right?
Yeah.
But my point is that there is time. There is time, and like what happened to the men's team in 2021 World Cup,
Yeah,
that the
deja
pressure
vu.
got to us.
That is exactly what's
Deja
happening.
vu.
I think that is
like
what's
that.
happening in that venue. That venue is cursed for us.
Yeah.
You should
You're
never
right.
have a T20 World Cup in UAE. Please
UAE.
don't have it. Indian men's and
For
women's
us,
team-
for us.
Indian men's and women's team, they don't know what to
So
do.
I
there.
think like the first thing that the coaching staff and the the leaders in the group have to make sure is that leave the pressure aside. Forget that you're one of the favorites to win the tournament. Forget that these conditions are like your own.
I'm also a little worried about the lack of conviction. Like before the start of the tournament, you said we'll play 5-1-5. You played that for the first match.
Yeah.
And then Pooja Vastrakar was injured.
Supposedly
And then
injured. I don't know how she was
And then
injured.
you brought back Sajana. And again, you don't have the conviction to play probably 5 bowlers, 5 batters. So this is kind of, and Harmanpreet, like he pointed out, the coach came out and said, okay, we have fixed the number 3 slot for her.
And then the next game she comes
This
back at
is,
number 4.
if you have to push for it, you have to push for it.
This was coming. If you ask me, why? Because like this 2021 T20 World Cup, Indian men's team, we saw that there were people who were not going to take risks.
Yeah.
This Indian women's team is on the same lines. Shefali Verma, okay, she can hit. Richa Ghosh, she can hit. Who is, other than these two, can you name even one cricketer who can go and hit from ball 1?
Mandana can also.
Yeah.
No, she can't hit from ball 1. She likes to time it. She likes to play those
And I
executive
think
cover drives.
even the way New Zealand played in the first match, it was not like they went for everything. Like, but on the contrary, India went for everything. But you have to, temper your caution, you have to mix caution with aggression here. That's something, that balance is something that they probably haven't figured out.
Everything will fall in place if your fielding falls in place. Because your bowlers are creating chances. If you can't take catches, if you can't affect runouts, if you can't affect stumpings, I'm sorry, the other team is going to score 180, 160, which you can't chase. In those conditions, you can't chase. As simple as that.
Quick thought before we move on.
Yeah.
Do you see India
another
making
non-issue that we can discuss?
Do you see India making it to the semi-finals?
On the current form, I don't see it happening. Because on the day when we are recording this podcast, in the evening, New Zealand are going to take Australia. This is going to be a very, very crucial match for India especially. Whoever wins.
If New Zealand win, it's a better opportunity.
Yeah. So if Australia win here and New Zealand lose here, New Zealand is going to beat Sri Lanka, more than likely, Sri Lanka and Pakistan. New Zealand are through.
Yeah.
Okay, 1 loss, 3 wins. Australia, they need to beat India because they will beat Pakistan. They have brushed aside Sri Lanka. Now it comes down to you. If you can beat Australia with the current form, I don't see that happening. If you're missing those sitters, if you're not scoring runs,
तुम लोग स्क्रिप्ट नहीं समझ रहे हो. You guys have
स्क्रिप्ट के लिए ना
have
परफॉर्मेंस
not
होनी
got
चाहिए.
this.
थोड़ा तो परफॉर्मेंस होना चाहिए ना भाई.
देखो, we are beating Australia, ठीक है? Some insane recovery will happen and we will beat Australia.
Can you beat Sri Lanka? That's my question.
अरे ऐसे देखो भाई. Chamari has been poor in this tournament.
Like you defeated Sri Lanka in the Asia Cup final. Yeah.
Go ahead.
छोटी गलती बड़े मैच में होती रहती है. ठीक है. तो कोई
बड़े मैच इस टीम से बड़े मैच में छोटी गलती होती है.
See that and like in terms of going to the deeper into the tournament, I think with the amount of heat that there is, New Zealand, Australia, England, South Africa will crumble at some point.
They are all professional.
No,
I
I
completely
will tell you
understand, but
one-
it's 40
They are
plus.
not
I
you
will
and
tell
me
you one
going
thing,
to
Buddy.
place.
You will do. You
Gully
will
cricket on
succeed.
Sunday morning.
I
You
will
will
tell you one
succeed in
simple
40
thing.
plus. You Chennai man.
Kingshu Kusari is wrong here. Why? This English team,
Yeah.
last T20 World Cup, they did not win, I think. Australia won it. Okay, so this team, before coming here, they had a preparatory camp in UAE. They prepared there, first thing. Second thing, they knew that these pitches are going to assist spinner.
Yeah.
How
Four
many
spinners
spinners
in
are they
their
carrying?
lineup.
4 spinners. Have you seen their fielding against Bangladesh? Bangladesh had nearly won the game. But England won that game on the basis of their fielding. They were not letting it go through the boundary. They were making sure that 2 runs are converted in 1 run. This is what you are going to face when you know, these teams, these are professional players. And now in this world of globalization, when you have a league called WPL, you have Big Bash League, these cricketers go and play everywhere in the world. So they know what conditions are going to be and they are going to be prepared for that. As simple as that.
Yeah.
And they are world's
It's
best.
not like
All this ideal nonsense.
No,
देखते रहो
it's
बस.
not like we are asking
World
that.
Cup.
Oh, you have been provided this and you should perform like this.
No,
No,
not like
many
that.
have asked that, by the way.
But
Just
to
saying, the
see-
social media discourse has
to
not
see
been
the
good.
performance, to see that you have
Social
not
media
performed up to the
discourse is
potential.
never.
To see that you have not performed up to the potential is disappointing. When you had the opportunity to push against Pakistan, that is basic game awareness. Pakistan were under the mat when you bowled brilliantly
And
got them, bundled out. But to not push from there, what if you lose that game? Another game lost? Or what if you win with 1 wicket to spare? You're going to get 2 points only. Instead, go for it. Try to finish it in 14-15 overs.
अभी ऑस्ट्रेलिया के अगेंस्ट देखो कितना 50 run win
50 run win.
and everything will be balanced.
50 run all out.
Yeah.
Australia
50
winning
all
first
Australia,
over.
0 all out.
And probably, okay, we move on, and probably the only thing that we'll agree today on this podcast is why Pakistan are being targeted.
Yeah.
Unnecessary targeting.
Who is targeting Pakistan?
James Anderson.
Whatever has happened over the last 2 days.
Ah.
First day of a test series in Pakistan, England come, Pakistan win the toss, they opt to bat, score 328 for 4, scored over 4 runs in the first 2 sessions before England bounce back with a couple of wickets. The moment Shan Masood is smashing England bowlers, we see tweets from former England cricketers saying this is a road. This is not how it's meant to be. A flat deck. What is that even? How can you, as professional cricketers who have played the game, how can you make an assessment on the pitch on the first day morning?
No, this is how the Western media works.
Yeah.
The British media especially. So when they have this kind of a pitch and they score 600 on day one, they are saving test cricket. Okay, baseball is saving test cricket. It's giving people entertainment.
Yeah.
Now when Pakistan does it or India does it, what is this pitch? Why are you giving roads? Oh, this is an absolute road. It's bowler's graveyard. All that nonsense will come.
Yeah.
There is a pattern of things coming out. Peterson, Michael Vaughan, they will come out and tweet. Nasir Hussain, Michael Atherton, they will come in the live broadcast, they will come out and say this. Then the English media, they will write big tabloid headlines.
To be fair, Michael Atherton and Azharuddin have been fair.
No,
Not
I'm
as, you know,
no, this is how this Western media propaganda works.
even bowling coach Jeetan Patel was asked about the pitch. He said, we expected it to be a little more pacey on the first day because we saw patches of grass there. But unfortunately, it did not turn out to be that way. But we can't comment on the nature of the pitch before both sides bat on it. That was classy enough from anyone that is probably the fair assessment.
That is how this works.
Oh.
You will never see a
Good
an
cop, bad cop.
active English cricketer or a bowling coach or cricketer coming out and putting out. Last time also when they came to India, an English media came out and said, R. Ashwin smashed them out. You remember the press conference?
Yeah.
And you could not see anything coming from the English cricketer. Joe Root was there, Ben Stokes was there, Anderson was there, Broad was there. Nobody came out and said anything. But all these tabloids, Western media, these ex-cricketers, they came out and said, what was that? What was this? So this is. I don't think Pakistan should take English cricketers, ex-cricketers, or English media seriously. That is what they
How
do.
will your man defend the baseball team? The man who loves baseball.
So-
Keshuk, is there a way to defend all this? Like you accept that you were poor on the opening day?
No, they
Or
don't-
accept that
See,
probably this was the
they
way
were-
you have to grind it out in
They were
subcontinent
definitely
conditions.
extremely poor because I also said in the last podcast that you are carrying a pace attack that has not bowled a single over in Pakistan. So that is going to bite you back at some point of time. And that exactly happened. And to be fair to Pakistan, what they did was a day before the test match, they completely shaved off the grass.
That's probably probably happens everywhere.
No, but that did not happen in the last test series. So they were expected to have a pacey pitch to aid their pacers.
And you know that you see the opponent's bowling attack. Chris Wokes he's playing his fourth test in the subcontinent. So he's the most experienced fast bowler in that lineup. And so the other two are making their debut. Bryden Cars is making his debut. Gus Atkinson is playing his first test outside England.
Yeah.
When you see that, why will I leave grass?
That's-
and when
and
your
that's
bowling
what- that's
consultant
what-
is playing
Exactly.
golf in Scotland,
Exactly.
when your bowling consultant is
No,
playing
the-
golf in Scotland,
The only
why will I probably leave any amount of grass?
And today, I think at lunch, Nasser said that. Sorry, Atherton said that this is the most cracks that I have seen on a day 2 pitch in Multan.
Yeah.
Which only means that the spinners are going to heavily come into play later on.
I just worry that whatever Pakistan might do with the bat, their bowling attack might not be good enough to pick 20 wickets. It's my only worry. As in, like, kudos to Shan Masood and Abdullah Shafiq for the way they played, especially after the 2-0 drubbing, and for the way Shan Masood was asked questions in the press conference. Do you have any self-respect? Why should you continue in the team? After all those, probably even if he had failed, no one would have probably put fingers on him because it was a very stormy period for the entire Pakistan cricket. Babar Azam resigning just 2 days before the test match. People might say, it might not affect the team, but there will be murmurs about that. They haven't announced their next captain. They haven't put a full stop to that chapter as well. And to see Shan Masood and Abdullah Shafiq play that well was encouraging. But my only concern is Pakistan might not go on to win this test. England might still go on to win this test match.
And Pakistan are not helping their cause also. So
Why?
right now the score is, they have scored 553 runs for 9 wickets. They have played 150 overs. 25 more overs are remaining on day 2. You do not bat like this.
When they declared for 460 for 9 or something against Bangladesh.
No.
460 for 4 against Bangladesh.
I'm not.
It came back to bite them.
Cricketers like Saud Shakil, Babar Azam, Naseem Shah is not a batter. They did not help Pakistan's cause. They were batting at a strike rate of 40. Yeah, test cricket, you bat like this only.
Yeah.
But when you have got such a great start, when you were 230, 280 for 1, you should have batted with more attacking approach. There was no pressure on Babar Azam.
How can you say there was no pressure on Babar Azam?
What pressure was there?
अरे
on
वो
Babar?
बंदे ने भाई 2.5 साल से टेस्ट मैच में रन नहीं बनाया है
तो उसकी प्रॉब्लम है ना भाई.
तो तभी तो
No,
वो
no,
स्लो
no.
खेला
No, you're not playing for Pakistan. Then you're not playing for the team. You're playing for yourself.
Yeah, to this test match
Virat
definitely
Kohli.
played for himself.
Virat Kohli was questioned before the test series against Bangladesh. Oh, he's not scoring runs. Our dear Sunil Gavaskar comes out and says a lot of things.
What
does
do you
Virat-
mean he's not been scored? टेस्ट मैच ही नहीं खेला ना वो
नहीं
तो
नहीं
लंदन में था।
जब
Winning
खेला
the
तो
test
भी
matches.
100 मारा ना 100 नहीं 70-80 मारा
Okay.
साउथ अफ्रीका में
And there were questions कि okay, Dilip Trophy नहीं खेला, they should have played. Then this guy comes and plays an attacking knock when the team needs him to play. He
Poor
sacri-
KL Rahul. You don't
sacrifices-
credit him enough.
Sacrifices 50. What is Babar Azam doing?
Yeah, KL Rahul's place in the side was questioned.
And Akshay, I
KL
don't
Rahul's
agree
class
with
was
you
questioned.
that Pakistan were going through a storm. Pakistan are always going through a
No,
storm.
but what happened after 2-0 defeat to Bangladesh at home is the lowest of the lows.
Yeah.
No, every
That
time.
scar you might have carried.
No, I'm telling you. So every 2 months, Pakistan will hit a new low. They are in that stage of the cricket. So they have lost to USA, Netherlands. They have lost Test series to Bangladesh, and they have created all kinds of unwanted records.
You know what I am trying to explain here is why. So when you know probably England are going to win, even if Pakistan scores 600, England have the firepower. I'm not saying that England will score it. England have the firepower to maybe even score 600 and force a second inning shootout.
I don't think England will win
Whatever it is.
because they don't have bend strokes.
But if you
On the pitch, on the field.
when you are well positioned to win this test, why will, as a former cricketer, pass a judgment on the pitch on the first day?
No,
Why will you allow room? So if England start to dominate this test, then people will get back to you saying that now where are those concerns
And
that you
people
raised?
will be left confused that what pitch reading are you doing?
Exactly.
No, this is like elections in our country. So when a certain party is winning the elections, the EVMs are fine. When the other party wins it, oh, EVM se छेड़छाड़ की गई है. This is how the English media works.
Yeah.
The day they start winning, everything is fine. When the other team is performing well, okay, the pitch was not helping us, the pitch was this, the pitch was that. So there are similarities across the world if you see.
But like in the sense that
Losers mentality is that.
yeah, that is
yeah,
what
but
if you
in the
call
sense
it.
that is essentially I think the debate should surround like is that pitch good enough for Test cricket? And like the England bowling coach says, we won't know till two teams have batted, right? But personal preference, you guys know that I don't like flat tracks in test pitches at all.
But I don't understand. I said understand your personal perception.
No, that's my
is good,
personal preference.
But what will you call a good test match pitch?
If that helps the bowler for first 2 days, later breaks on day 4 and day 5 for spinners.
You know,
Fine
Helps
with
the
me.
I
bowler
will
on the
agree
first
with
2 days
you.
or the
Pacer,
batter on the
pacer,
first 2
pacer.
days?
I will agree
Pacer.
with you.
So
When
where are the batters in the picture then?
No, exactly. I will agree with
2.5
you.
to 3.5 days.
Like
I'm
Ethan
fine.
Patel said, if Pakistan bowlers fail on this track, I will agree with your assessment. But I'm telling you, Pakistan will come and pick 10 wickets in the next 3 sessions.
3 sessions, 1 day.
They will pick 10 wickets because I'm telling you what.
But that is
there
the
are two
method
reasons.
to win in Pakistan only. Why? That you score 600 runs and then you take 20 wickets.
I'm telling you why will this happen. I'm not saying Pakistan will win. I'm telling you that Pakistan will bowl out England sooner than England bowled out Pakistan. Why? Because first, these English cricketers, they have fielded for 2 days in that weather, first thing. And second thing, this, as Hutton said, the pitch is breaking down.
But aren't they professionals who play in all conditions?
Who? England?
Yeah.
England are professionals, but then they go and they lose everywhere. They lose in Australia, they lose in India, they lose in Sri Lanka, they lose in Pakistan. No, they don't.
Yeah.
They did not lose in Pakistan. They won last time.
Heat. Yes.
So English cricketers. So I mean, yes, entertainment is the key.
See,
word.
this is a terrible bowling attack to carry to an overseas test series. Yeah.
Shoaib Basi is already spinning the ball well. on
Yeah.
day 2.
Spin it to 30 degrees. Who cares? Without experience, it is very difficult. The only good thing is that James Anderson has come back after playing golf, and at least he can share some knowledge with the guys that aise ball karna, waise ball karna.
Okay, we are talking about Pakistan and ye. I wanted to just ask you both. Did you watch Hardik Pandya, the Kung Fu Pandya? How he brushed aside this Bangladeshi, not English, I'm sorry. This Bangladeshi bowling, the Tigers were brushed aside in Gwalior. What happened in Gwalior?
Hardik has been someone who has always been under the pressure to prove people wrong. Right?
Yeah.
I think when he came from Gujarat Titans to Mumbai, when he was appointed the Gujarat Titans captain, people questioned him, he hasn't even led. He has. But if you look at it, the man has rarely failed you in big matches. The man has rarely failed to perform. Yes, injuries happen to everyone. Yes, him saying that probably I'm no more in the scheme of red ball cricket. He said that I don't want to take anyone's place. Okay, that's good enough. If the BCCI feels that a player can't say that, then you don't give him a contract. Then you don't make him part of your white ball teams. I don't know why so much criticism of Hardik Pandya when he has always stepped up, when he has always delivered. Even in the T20 World Cup, we write lyrical about Surya Kumar's catch. We write lyricals about Rohit Sharma's captaincy.
Pandya ka wicket ke bare mein people did not sing.
As in, was it spoken enough? Like it's
Rohit
course
Sharma
it was
himself
spoken
comes
enough.
out.
Yeah.
And
What are you
says it
saying? What is the
at
criticism that
Advan
you are exactly
what are
pointing
you
at?
pointing out?
No, what I'm saying
Yes,
is...
make a non-issue an issue. That's the thing.
What I'm saying is, we are staying true to our theme of this episode.
Yes, absolutely.
what I'm saying is all that swag and all that, yes, it's so good to see. People suddenly woke up and saw Hardik Pandya performing. It's not like he has always been performing.
But you know what?
And after unnecessarily trolling in the IPL, he came and played a crucial part in
people
winning the
trolled
World
him
Cup.
because he did not perform in IPL.
127
Nobody's trolling him after he won the World Cup.
Rohit Sharma hasn't performed in the IPL for the last 10 years.
Yeah.
Has anyone
People-
questioned that?
There are a lot of questions on Rohit Sharma.
You still call him Mumbai Raja.
Rohit.
Because he won
There
five-
if Mumbai lobby comes,
5
Saurabh
titles.
doesn't have a problem.
5 titles.
This double, am I surrounded by people who have
No,
contrasting
you are the
views
one
on
who
the same
inspired
issues?
double-standard people.
No, what I'm saying is,
दो कोड़ी
why?
का podcast.
What is the issue about Hardik Pandya? Yes, he has always been doing good.
No, I'm asking. I am not.
Yeah, come to the question. I didn't
No.
even let you ask the question. Then.
I was just asking.
Yeah.
But weren't you asking the question?
No, he was.
I asked the question
What?
about Hardik Pandya. But he's not even
He started
attentive
with
now.
Kung Fu Pandya and all that.
Yeah.
He's
So did you love that avatar of Kung Fu Pandya? Because a lot has. I was asking this only. A lot has been said against him, and then he was not even given the T20 captaincy.
yes.
And then he's not even the vice captain. Shuman is the vice
captaincy
captain.
got taken away from him.
And then he comes and performs like this. Isn't it lovely to see an Indian cricketer performing like this?
Yeah. He has
Despite all the hate which he has received.
even
for
in
no
the
good
T20
reason.
World Cup. Sir.
Yeah.
Even in the T20 World Cup, he performed to the best of his ability.
Yes.
After having that, if some A-listers cricketer had gone through that, they would have made podcasts, they would have written columns about how their...
We are
You're
doing
talking
it.
about Virat Kohli.
No, I am not
how he
taking
did,
any
how he
names.
dealt mental issues.
I am not taking any names.
You A-lister cricketer.
Of course.
Rohit never does it.
Different
He's the
people
only
go
one.
through different things. But I am happy that Hardik Pandya is letting his skills do the talking on the field.
It doesn't matter. Hardik Pandya is a meditation guy now, like he proclaimed throughout the IPL. Outside noise does not bother him. He does not listen to all of these things. He just concentrates on the field.
Yeah.
But after winning the T20 World Cup, he goes and says that
And-
I received a lot of abuse, but I kept quiet.
But one more small question.
So yeah,
What about this Bangladesh team?
Eh.
How will you rate them?
This T20I team.
Any team, test T20 test, they won in Pakistan, but then what happened in India, you saw, and then the T20I side.
My biggest concern is...
I agree that any cricketer who will come, any captain will come and say that, okay, we are here to fight and we are here to win. Shanto will say that.
Yeah.
But that does not reflect in your performance.
My biggest concern
on
is...
the contrary,
Yeah.
you know what Shanto said after the match in the press conference? Shanto said that Bangladesh do not know how to score 180
No,
runs.
he said it after the match. Did you know what
And
he
you
said
know what?
before the match?
And you know what? I looked at the data. I found the data. Out of the 45 T20I matches that Bangladesh have played, the last 45 matches, only 4 matches they have scored above 180.
No,
My biggest problem with Bangladesh cricket is they are not a team that deserved to lose that. They are not a team that should have lost, not deserved, that should have lost that test match in 1.5 days. They are a better
So
team
they are
than
better
that.
than that.
And if you look at the T20I side, they have good batters who can score runs. Litton Das throws his wicket away more often
every
than not.
batter ever from Bangladesh
Tawhid
throws his wicket away.
Ridhoi has been spoken
T20 mein
about
to
a
bhai
lot.
you throw your wicket away only. The point is that you have to score runs before you throw your wicket away.
But there is a consistency of doing that.
Why? He's consistently
and
not
my
scoring.
biggest
You will
problem
be
is-
called pre-2014 Rohit Sharma if you throw your wickets away too much. No hit, 4 hit bolega. If you throw your wickets after scoring a 40 of 20, that is
fine.
post 2022.
But not
Rohit
in
Sharma.
test matches, just saying.
T20 as I'm speaking.
And their team selection. Why is Mahmudullah even in the team?
Oh, retirement match,
Probably
why?
announcing retirement. So
Yeah,
don't
yeah.
worry.
Yeah, and I just don't understand how they select their teams.
Do
Why
they not
why-
have a good bat? Do they not have a good bowling lineup? They
yeah,
do have a good bowling.
No, why
lineup.
he did not pick Tanjim Sakib? He was their best bowler in T20 World Cup. Where was he in that first T20I? How was Mustafiz playing ahead of him? Mustafiz was an absolute flop in the T20 World Cup. But he gets that quota because he has played IPL for a team called Chennai Super Kings. He gets that quota there
This is-
also.
So CSK
You know,
quota
Saurabh-
works in
Yes.
Bangladesh also.
Saurabh
Yes.
has, Saurabh has ended this conversation on a high
Yes.
by making a big issue out of a complete non-issue.
No, this is what happens. Mahi
Playing
bhai ka
IPL
player hai to
for
usko
Mahi
khilao.
bhai, Bangladesh
No.
getting influenced.
No, it's not just about Chennai Super Kings. You did not hear me properly.
Mahi bhai
He's the
does
only
not only
Bangladesh
impact
player.
Indian selections anymore.
He's the only Bangladesh
Sri
player who
Lankan
has played
selection
IPL in
also.
last 2 years.
Yeah.
That is why he is getting those preferences. But I don't see that he should be getting those preferences. He's played for Delhi. He played for Chennai.
Yeah. Yeah. But enough of
Too much of non-issues.
Yeah. Good, but when there are multiple things happening, we always kind of tend to touch upon everything. But the big series and all is coming up. The India going to face New Zealand. Hopefully the women's team progress beyond the group stage and go to the semi-finals. Let's rope in our viewers and listeners and get their thoughts on it. What did they think of that piece? If they haven't read it, you can always go to the web and see what Gavaskar has said about India's intent in the Kanpur test, and also about Hardik Pandya. What his swag? Does he deserve better treatment from the fans and critics alike? You can send in your feedback on 8588966996. You can also email us at pods@indiatoday.in. If you're listening to us on Spotify and Apple Podcast, please do rate us. And if you're watching us on YouTube, like we always say, please leave your comments. They are of great help. Thank you. Have a great weekend.